All right, everyone, now that we have our screenshot of our map from Activity 1, what we are going to do is start Activity 2. So before I'm even doing anything for this activity, what you need to do, and I already did it, was take your screenshot wherever you have it saved on your computer and bring it into your Google Drive so that file is ready to work on. And what I'm going to do is I am going to then go to my Google Drive. So in my Google Drive right now, I'm going to go over to the New button, click it, and I'm not making a doc, a sheet, or a slide. I'm moving down to More, and one of the options is Google Drawings. So let's click on Google Drawings. There we go. Okay, so now I have my blank Google drawing here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to say insert an image. You're going to insert your image from your drive. And the image you're going to insert is your picture. So here's my picture here. Zoom into it a little bit since it's a little hard to see. It's a little small. So here is our screenshot. You can see the red lines outlining the town of Livingston where I live and the little pin there that says Livingston, nothing else on my map. So for Activity 2, what we're going to do is we're going to label some places on our map. Most notably, you're going to label where you live and where you go to school. So these don't need to be exact. Like obviously this is a big picture here of the town. I'm not going to find the individual little square that represents my house, but I'll find like the general area where my house is, and I'm going to put an arrow there. So I live right over here in this area of Livingston. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Insert and a shape. I'm going to make an arrow, and you could pick any kind of arrow you want. For this one, I'm going to pick this, and you'll get this little crosshair here where you could just drag an arrow out. And it doesn't even need to be where you want it. Just drag the arrow out and you'll see it being built. Make it really wide, make it really skinny like that. I'll make it like this, and then it fills in my arrow. Drag my arrow down to about this area. I'll let go, and there it is. Now I can go to the text box button here. Click that, and I get the crosshairs again. Draw out the text box. Let's move that right under our arrow, and if you see, it actually gives you those red lines on there, and those red lines are just nice letting you know that you are lining up with certain sides of the shape. So I want it centered because I think things look good when they're centered. Double click in the middle there so I can type my house. Now, two things. One, you can't really see the blacksmith box a little bigger. So we're going to have to change the color of that. So I go back up to my toolbar, over to the right here where it says text color, and let's try it in white. It looks good in white. I'm going to change the color of the arrow to white too. Oh, no, this one over here. If you go to fill color for the arrow, you can change it. I will make that white as well. So now I have a little arrow, my box, and I can drag this up a little bit so let's center that. So everything is centered. My house. Right. So I have the arrow there pointing and it says my house. That's where I live. Now the other thing I'm going to do is find the school that I go to. So the school I went to in Livingston was, when I was there, I was in Livingston High School. Now let's say you don't know where your school is. Well, here's what you could do. You could actually go to Google Maps. Let's open up Google Maps. New tab here. Google Maps, zoom out a little bit. Load about, town. I could actually look up. I've already looked it up, but I could just type in Livingston High School. It's already here because I looked it up. Click it, and we'll zoom into where Livingston High School is. Now, this map looks a little different. Let's say, you're having trouble relating things on this map to the one on here. Well, on Google Maps, I can go left here to the menu and change it to a satellite view. There we go. And that looks a little bit more like what we were dealing with. So I'll zoom in out a little bit. Livingston High School right there. You can almost see the field on the map. My house over there. So back to my drawing, and you can see up. There's my placeholder for Livingston. There's the football field there and the oval in front of the high school. So what I'll do is I will insert another arrow, or up arrow. And if you see also when I'm dragging it gives you those lines, that's letting you know that you're actually making something that's the same size as the one you already made, which is pretty cool. Drag that up. There we go. Change to white. Cool. Go to my text box here. Drag out my text box again. I'm going to type in Livingston High School. Clearly, I did not make that box big enough for all those words. Let's make it a little bit bigger. Livingston High School there. Now I'll drag in the center of the box. Center align my text, and I will change my text color to white. Livingston High School. So there is my map. So you see I have my map of Livingston I made from activity 1. I brought it into Google Drawings and I labeled it with 2 arrows and some text with my house and where the high school is in my town that I attended. So that is what you are going to do. You're going to be doing this project. Type in the town that you live in and then label in Google Drawings where your house is and label where you currently go to school.